want to go live now to a press conference with LMPD on late breaking news.
A domestic incident here as officers approached the house where the suspect was at. A shot was fired at that time from inside the house. The officers backed away to secure the perimeter. No officer fired their weapon. We called SWAT and started a barricaded subject that was inside the house, where we continued to try to hail the subject out to make contact, where we had no communication whatsoever going on with the subject during this time. SWAT continued to hold the scene for well over a couple hours while we continued to try to hail the subject out, try to make contact, where we were also securing a warrant. Eventually, shortly before noon, we got the warrant, and as SWAT made entry, found the subject that we were looking for deceased inside of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Our public integrity unit is here now conducting the investigation, which is normal procedure for us since it occurred while officers were here initiating contact, trying to get the suspect from the domestic violence incident to come out and take him into custody. The scene is secure at this time. There's no issues for the public, no threat to the public at all. All the parties are accounted for.
Major, that shot that was fired when officers approached, was that, you think, the subject taking his life?
That's the only shot that the officers heard while they were here, as they were approaching the subject there. And we were here the entire time, so that'll be part of the investigation the PIU conducts. And there'll be more information for that at a later date, but I mean, that would be the assumption at this point. No officers discharged their weapon at the scene.
Do you happen to have the time of the original call?
The original call was, I think, about 8:45, 8:46. We responded down here at AM. And then we entered the home shortly before noon, about 12:45, 12:46, something like that. Or, I'm sorry, 11 a.m., 11:45, 11:46.
Do you have any more info on the original victim, the domestic victim, kind of the condition or what they were dealing with?
She is being evaluated and treated. She was alert, giving us information that we needed to help us with the situation. And our officers and detectives are with her, gathering the necessary information that we need with her as well.
What was her connection to the subject in the house? Did you say?
That's her. This is her home.
Is that her husband or boyfriend?
At this time, it's. I don't have that information to share. It was a domestic violence issue, some kind of a relationship there, but I can't go into what that relationship is yet because it's still unknown to us during the investigation.
Was she injured before police arrived?
She had injuries that she reported, and that's why we were here.
Was there anyone else in the house?
No, there was no one else in the house.
Are you familiar with this subject?
No. No, I'm not familiar with the subject.
Or just, I'm sorry, police, is he somebody, do you know if you guys have had calls to this house?
I don't have a rundown for that if we've had prior history to this house at this time. That'll be part of the PIU investigation as they're pulling that up. That can be shared more information that at a later date.
Being that the Academy and Shawnee's down the street, did you guys have to have any conversations with JCPS about anything they needed to do?
We didn't need to do. We knew that the subject was contained in the house because the officers got here while he was still here, knew he was still here, and it's well 3 blocks away that there was no threat to anyone down there or anywhere else.
So nobody had to evacuate their homes or anything either?
No.
Would you have an estimate on how many officers or units you kind of had out here today?
Well, we initially had our couple officers that responded, and then once the shot was heard fired, obviously we brought in several more officers to make sure we contain the area and contain the scene, block off streets, and then SWAT came with their group. I don't have an estimate on how many, but there would be quite a few that were here just because it's a active situation. At that time, we believed that the suspect fired around and he's in the house, and we need to make sure that we are here to handle that.
Do you mind repeating your spelling of your first and last name with your title?
Sure. Major Russell Miller. It's Russell. Last name Miller. I'm the commander of the 2nd Division.
And we have just been listening to a press conference with the Louisville Metro Police Department regarding a hostage situation, some sort of domestic violence situation that started around 9 o'clock this morning in the Shawnee neighborhood. This is around the 4300 block of West Market Street, a couple of blocks away from the Academy of Shawnee School. And police just said that this situation has come to an end after SWAT found a person dead after hearing a gunshot. Now, another person, we're told, was hurt in the situation, but is alert and talking to investigators. No threat to the public at this time. We will continue to provide you updates on WLKY.com, on our mobile app, and of course at 5 o'clock today on WLKY News.